Hello there guys, and in this video we are going to study how we can take inputs from user. So for data, let me just tell you one thing. Java has many inbuilt functions, like hundreds or thousands maybe of inbuilt functions, and all those inbuilt functions are not directly included in your program because that will make so many lines of code and make your program heavy even if you're not using those functions, right? So Java allows us to ourselves include selectively what we are using. So scanner is an inbuilt Java class, or you can say Java function, which allows us to take input from the user. So we're going to import that. Import, and it's in java.util, which means utilities .scanner. Okay, so this was basically we are going inside the Java folder. Inside the util we are importing the scanner, which helps us taking the input, which gives us the inbuilt functions of Java, which can take the inputs from the user. Okay, so now to take the input, first you need to basically declare the scanner, or tell the Java that where it has to scan the input from. So for that we will do like this, scanner, and now you'll write the name. So it can be any name. I usually give this the name in cause it takes the input, but you can have like input or like something like user input. So pretty much anything. I'm just gonna keep it the name in, and then we write this to equal to new scanner system dot in. Okay, so this is basically telling Java that, hey, we're gonna use a scanner and you can call it in, and basically that scanner will be a totally new scanner and take the input from system. System means the keyboard, or where the program is running. Okay, so the inputs you can only give from the keyboard, that's obvious. The clicks and the mouse moving is a totally different thing, totally advanced level. But for now we are going to work with keyboard inputs. Okay, so I'm just gonna quickly do this. System.out.print in.next line. So let's see if this works. Let me just quickly see if this works. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H. Okay, so what I did over here is I said to Java to print whatever line user inputs. So I told the Java to print whatever line the user inputs. So it's gonna take the input from me first and then prints it. So as you can see in the green color, there's the input. I inputted A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, if in case if you cannot see it, and then it printed me the same input I did. Okay, so this is one way of doing it, but right now I cannot do anything with this input after this, because it's just taking an input and printing it, and then it's just going nothing. It's not saving any inputs from me or anything other. Basically it's not storing what I am giving it. It's just going to take that input, process something, in this case it's printing, and then bye bye. The input is now nowhere to be found in Java. So to store your inputs, what you do is you declare a variable and you store them in them. So I'm taking an integer number. So to take the input, now the function update changes in.nextInt. So this means that, hey, whatever the next integer the scanner is, the system is typing, take that and store it to X. Okay, so for double you have the next double, not next, in.next double right here, and now this will be like, okay, whatever the next in decimal number the user types in the system, take that and store it in Y. Okay, and now I'm going to take a string input. Basically I'm going to take a line from the user, in.next line, line. But this is not going to work, and I'll tell you that in a second. But first, let me just print everything. Print system.out.print line. I'm gonna print X. Then I'm gonna print you guys Y. And then I'm gonna print you guys st. But st will be blank right now, so you will see that. Save it, run it. So asking me for the integer input first, I enter 2. Now asking me for the decimal number input, I enter 3.3. Now it should ask me, as soon as I press enter, it should ask me a string input, but it didn't. Okay, so why is that happening? As soon as I press enter and input my decimal number, the next dot double, this function, basically leaves a blank character, and as soon as this leaves a blank character, it's this next line catches that blank character as an input and sets that to st. So it doesn't ask me the input of st, but it does assign something to st. So you see here 2 lines. If I write st over here, st equal to, that will make it helpful, you're gonna see that st equals to nothing. So 2.2, and you can see that st is equal to nothing right now, because it took that blank character from here, and this actually took thought of it as an input and then set that to st. So there's a workaround for this. You can write in.next line over here to consume that blank character this is giving you, and then it will ask for me the input. So you can see now. So I'm running 2 and 2.2. Now as soon as I press enter, the blank character which was first catched by this in.next line will now be catched by this in.next line. So, and this is setting that input to nothing, so this doesn't matter. And then it's going to ask for me an input in the string. So I'm going to press enter over here. Now I'm going to type ABCDEFGHIJKL, and it printed me that st is equal to ABCDEFGHIJKL. So this only happens if you are taking an input above the string input, like this. In this case, if I cut this out and take the input in the string first, then let's see what happens. I'm going to take the input in the string first now. So I'm going to write ABCDEFGHIJKL first. Then I'm going to write my integer number. Then I'm going to write my decimal number. Okay. So now, as you can see, the string input was still taken, and it printed me the string. It printed me the integer number. It printed me the decimal number. So the problem of this consuming a blank character and setting it as the input to st only happens if you are taking an input above this. Okay, so don't think that before every string input you have to write in.next line. You have to only do that if you are taking an input in some data type before taking an input in a string. So that's the thing. So this is how you can take inputs from user, and in the next video we are going to study about math operators. So you know what plus, minus, divide and other things in the Java are, and then we are going to use it to make it something cool. So thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.